Welcome back to Gaming Daddies, where we play more and dad better. This week we're diving headfirst into one of the biggest gaming news weekends we've seen in quite some time. Between PlayStation's State of Play, Xbox Games Showcase, and Nintendo Direct, as well as the Xbox Direct and Summer Game Fest, there's just a smorgasbord of things. There were more announcements than we can count. We're talking Wolverine's release date, Fable finally getting a launch window, the mysterious new God of War project, Kingdom Hearts 4, Gears of War E-Day, TMNT, The Last Ronin, and that wild transparent green Xbox anniversary console. What got us excited? What surprised us? And most importantly, what are we actually going to play? Grab your favorite controller, settle in, and let's break down all the biggest reveals from gaming's biggest weekend. Let's get into it.
Yeah, man.
Howdy.
It's been a while.
Feels like forever.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Summer's kind of kicked my butt a little bit.
A little bit the beginning of summer has, hadn't it? Maybe we found our theta rhythm and we can kind of settle into a groove here. Those are Final Fantasy theta rhythm puns. If you don't know what that is, it's like a music rhythm game.
Yeah, I don't play that game.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, hopefully the chaos at the beginning of summer has settled down so we can kind of, chill, get into chill mode. That's what summer's about, gang. So, speaking of, how has the summer been? How's things been since we've last talked or spoke?
Well, I kind of started looking through some games, trying to play some games. I played a lot of Diablo. I've got like 5 of my characters are maxed out. I went back and I don't remember which character I did. I don't remember, but I did another character and ended up making it more OP. So the Whirlwind Barb.
Yeah,
so,
I saw that's a priority build this season.
Yeah. So anyway, there's only like 2 weeks left of the season. So
is there really only 2 weeks?
Yep. They've already had the PTR out for the next season. So
interesting.
Anyway, so yeah, it's been interesting. But this week after, watching the Direct and getting some energy to go back and do stuff, I finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So that was a good game. I remember jumping back in. Like I was like, oh my God, I don't want to jump back in that game. And then as soon as I jumped back in the game, I was like, oh yeah, I love this game. This is a great game. Why did I jump out of this game? Oh yeah, that's right. Because I spent, also, so the Sephiroth boss at the end, spoiler, absolutely miserable. Absolutely miserable.
Of course it's Sephiroth. The Sephiroth fight at the end of a remake was awful too.
Oh my God. But I got done with it and I went into the game settings looking for like chapter select and stuff like that to go replay missions to try to, get the platinum trophy. I'm not getting a platinum trophy. There's too much crap to do. But I found the accessibility options where you can have permanent max damage, permanent max health.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so I was like, are you kidding? So I don't know. You may have to answer that question for me of, can you access that stuff before you finish the game? And I just didn't know about it? Or is this a post-game only accessibility tool?
I feel like that if that is an option in the accessibility menu, you probably have access to that the entire time.
It's not under accessibility. It's called progression assistance.
I need to jump back into Rebirth, but that's a separate topic. I feel like you would probably have access to that the entire time.
Well, I can also tell you that it does not affect trophies. So even if you turn on max damage, max everything, never die, never get hurt, you still got all the trophies.
There you go.
So
no excuse not to platinum it. Then there you go.
Yeah, except there's too many hours to do all the platinum stuff, and you have to beat. Fair. Now, one of them is like beat the game on hard mode, and at first I was like, no, but then I saw that and I was like,
a little more enticing.
Maybe. So maybe before, the next version comes out, I'll go replay it all in hardcore mode, with max stats.
It actually has me interested now. Whenever I boot it back up, because that's coming up down the pipeline. I need to finish that. I think I'm pretty close to the end.
Yeah, I was on.
I'll poke around the menu and see if that's already available to me.
Well, let me know and I'll show you where it's at. Yeah, I was on chapter. I just got to the start of chapter 13, and there's only 15 chapters, so it was a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Have you already found Sid?
Yes.
Okay, then you're about where I was at. So
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I already found Sid. Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, that's and then with my latest paycheck, I jumped back into Game Pass, and so downloaded some PC version games. Ooh, Diablo 1 on PC.
Yeah.
Jump back
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
1,
remember
2, and Hellfire, I think, is on Game Pass as well.
well, actually, all of them are on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no, I didn't put Hellfire. I don't remember Hellfire. So, but I also remember how to do my duping cheat from Diablo 1. So,
I forgot about the duping cheat. That's fun.
yep, I went and did the entire first level of the church. And then when I came out, I had like 400 something gold, and I turned that into 30,000 gold.
My
So,
gosh.
and I was like, okay, I'm satisfied that all this stuff still works. So later on, I'll go back in and finish.
That's awesome.
I grabbed Age of Empires 4 for PC, and then I grabbed Microsoft Flight Simulator for PC, and then on my Xbox, I started Outer Worlds 2,
Ooh.
and I downloaded a few other things, but I can't remember what they are. So anyway, that's where I'm at.
Nice.
Also, side note, so you know how Google has, I think it's Google Copilot? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So like when you search something on Google, it'll pop up AI answers for something, or Safari. Well, so I found out that you can go through and you can tell it exactly what traits you're wanting or what play style you want, and it will tell you where to dump all your points. It will give you a leveling guide. It will give you specifics, and then you can say, well, what armor should I get? Where should I get it? How should I get it? And it will do step-by-step tutorials. It will do walkthroughs. It will do everything.
Really?
Yep.
That's
And
crazy.
it compares all the websites. So like IGN is in there, Steam, all that stuff is in there. So
Yeah.
So anyway, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
I was having it help me make my build for Outer Worlds.
That's really cool that there's that type of functionality available.
Mm-hmm.
That's really quite interesting. Cool. Sweet. So how's the parenting world been treating y'all?
Man, we're going through some kind of either regression or growth spurt or something. He started the whiny twos early. So now, if you don't know, basically this is the time when their brains are really developing, but he doesn't understand. There's not thought before he makes an action. So there's no understanding of consequence. There's no, the prefrontal cortex is not developed enough. So it's just constant, like, he will have a meltdown over nothing.
A lot of intrusive thoughts winning.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So how are you guys navigating that? Like when that kind of situation pops up?
It's very exhausting, mentally. For us, it's a lot of reminders that, like, he's not doing this on purpose. Like, he's not trying to be malicious. He's not doing this it's not out of spite that he's making these decisions. It's literally he doesn't understand what he's doing. He doesn't understand the consequences of his actions. So there's decisions that he's making that we just have to constantly stay calm and remind him, we're not going to do that. Like, no, we're not going to bite. No, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to run out. When we call your name, you've got to come to us. Like, you're not going to run from us, and it is very difficult and is very mentally fatiguing, mentally draining.
Sure.
So
it's like the tutorial training for making decisions. Like,
yes.
Here's what I want to do. Here's whether or not that's a good idea, and what could happen if I do follow through this, that, second, and third. So it's the initial training of that, I imagine, is very taxing. Dang. So, but I imagine once he understands the concepts and things, that once you get over this initial hump, then from there it's a lot easier because he has that foundation of understanding. Like, actions have consequences. This is what's okay and what's not okay.
Yeah. Well, and I they say basically from 2 to 4 is when this developmental stage is. So, which, I mean, he's a little early for it, but at the same time, he's been early on things, but he's also taken the entire time for things. So who knows? We'll see.
Well, hopefully this is a quick learning, type of situation for y'all, because I can't imagine that and what that'll be like when we get to that bridge.
Yeah. So what about you?
Man, since we're on the parenting subject, we're doing really good. We felt like Noah was teething last week, but we don't see any, or if there's a tooth there, we don't know where it's at, or at least I don't know where it's at. So he may not had a ninth tooth come in yet, but there was a period of time where he was just super fussy, and I don't know if that was like a regression thing or not.
So he's 10 months.
He's 11 months now. Yeah. He has figured out how to crawl, so we're mobile. And it was a random thing too. Like last week we were bathing him, and then we got him out of the bath and drying him off and getting him put in his PJs for bedtime. And he likes to, whenever we're at that point where I like to put his clothes on a bed, because as soon as I lay him down, it's like playtime for him. He likes to roll over, and like I roll him back, he giggles and he rolls back over again and all that stuff. So it's easier for me to finagle him versus on the changing table over there.
Right.
But he had rolled over, and so I was just gonna kind of let him, do his thing while I was figuring the rest out. And he starts moving, like he throws his hands out, and he starts pulling himself on the bed, forward. And he hasn't like quite figured out crawling 100%. It's like a weird army crawl type thing. He'll grab with his hands and like lurch himself forward, but he'll push off of his toes. Like, right? I think he's still one-legging it. I think he favors his right foot when he pushes forward, so he's kind of figuring it out. But he was just like, he was crazy. I know what it was. We have the nighttime lotion that kind of soothes him, the lavender one, and it was out of his reach, and he wanted it. So he started crawling towards it. And so Nicole tossed it to me, and I put it on the other opposite corner of the bed, and he turned around and he started crawling towards it as well. So he's just randomly figured out how to crawl.
Yeah.
After just not being interested in it. So we're at the stage now where he just wants to be mobile all the time. And he doesn't like to be held for too long because he wants to move. So like if we're holding him in our lap, or if he's sitting in my lap, he likes to like use me as a jungle gym now. So he's like crawling all over the place and all that. We'll put him on the floor, and he's just like trucking along, and he still loves his truck and stuff. So I mean, he's liking the mobileness, and we like it too, because it wears him out. So by the time he gets to his nap, he's done.
Right.
Or time for bed, he's done. We've started sleep training him with his crib. I think we're finishing out the second week in his crib.
How's that going?
It's going really well, and I'm pretty shocked about that. So we had discovered that there was a point before Nicole built his crib that he was waking up a lot in the middle of the night, and because he moves around, and in that bassinet, even when you lock it in place, it still has give. And so when he's shifting, it'll shift with him, and then it'll kind of bump up against the wall, and it's waking him up, and he likes to move. So Nicole built his crib. I forget where I was out of town on something, and we put him in the crib, and within about no more than maybe 10 minutes, he would put himself to sleep. And we're watching him on the baby cam, which I have on my second monitor over here. We'll lay him down in one position, and then we'll look at the camera like 10 minutes later, he's in a different position.
Yeah.
And then he's in a different position, and then he's in a different position. He's constantly shifting around, but he likes to sleep like face down in the bed with his butt all the way up in the air, and that's his preferred sleep.
That was Ronin too. Ronin still sleeps out like that.
That's crazy. But we learned that he's also not a 2-nap-a-day person anymore.
Okay.
He likes 1 nap, and so we'll put him down at like noon, and he'll take about a 3-hour nap.
Yeah.
And we'll get him up, we'll feed him, and then
he's early for that then. Normally it's around 1 year that they do that.
Really? We tried 2-napping him, but it would get to the point where it would take him forever to go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So we just did the 1 nap, and then he was good. We would put him down about 7:30. Tonight it was closer to 8. And then within about no more than 10 minutes, I think is where we're at, he'll put himself to sleep. Okay. Now some nights we'll lay him down, and then he just freaks out. Yeah. And he's just screaming and crying and stuff. And we've learned, because we watched the camera, especially when we first set him down. I think he was trying to train us at one point. So like we would put him down, and he would start screaming, and then he would scream, and then he would look towards the door. And then he would scream again, and then look towards the door, because he would know that if he did it enough, Mama or I would come in and come get him. Yeah. So I think he was just trying to test those waters or something like that. Yeah. So, but no, I mean.
Well, and I like the way we were reading a book that was explaining it, and it said it's basically a vending machine. And so when you're sleep training them and they scream, and they're looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you first have them or whatever, every time they cry, you come get them. Well, they've learned that. Well,
Mm-hmm.
now it's a vending machine of it's a gotcha machine basically of like I
Mm-hmm.
scream, maybe somebody comes in, maybe somebody doesn't.
Yeah.
So now it's well, if I scream, what's going to happen? And so
Right.
then they're playing a game of I don't know what's going to happen, so I want to see what happens if I scream.
That's
So
crazy.
I was just like, yeah. But yeah, Ronan, when we started, sleep training him, it took him an hour and a half, 2 hours of
Really?
screaming.
Oh my
And we would
gosh.
go do that. We did the 5, 10, 15 minute, and then every 15 minutes we'd go check on him, rub his
Mm-hmm.
back, step out of the room. But it was an hour and a half, 2 hours of doing that.
Wow.
So I'm glad that he's not having that same.
That's crazy that he's taking it in these strides. Now, when we would put him in the bassinet, I feel like we would have to come in and check on him at intervals to see,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of, shush him or whatever. But no, I mean, we're very fortunate that he's taking to this pretty well. So I don't want to jinx it. I'm sure we'll pay for it on the back end somehow. But he's doing good. We went swimming for the first time yesterday. We went over
Okay.
to my in-laws. They live in like a community or something like that, and they have like
Yeah.
a community pool. And so we got him Nicole ordered him a swim
Jumper thing.
jumper
Yeah.
type thing and a hat and like a little
Mhm.
floaty thing, and we put him in the
Yeah.
water, and he just loved it, man. He was trying to kick his feet, and he's a water baby. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's one of those kids. He'll scream bloody murder if you get him out of the tub because he doesn't want to get out.
Yep.
He just
Yeah,
loves
him
it.
and Ronan will have a great time.
Is he the same way?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
But
we're starting swim lessons next week.
that's crazy. That's awesome. That's awesome. There is stuff that he does now that he just does not like. Yesterday he was very mama attached. She would set him down in like the playpen, and he wasn't having it. Like he was getting upset about it. He gets really angry when he finishes his food and realizes there's no more left. And he's kind of a pain to feed his bottle because he'll take like a half a drink and then he'll pull it out and want to like play with the bottle.
Right.
But anyway, so that's kind of our adventure so far. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun so far. So he's doing good. Gaming wise, what have I finished something recently? I forget what I finished. Crap, I don't remember what I finished. I've been playing Diablo 4. You'll be happy to know that. I'm in Lord of Hatred right now.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think of the last thing I did earlier today. I am currently reconnecting with Lilith. I just saw the Oracle, and so
Okay.
now I'm in my mind, I guess.
Yep.
And that's where I stopped because it was getting time to leave. I really enjoyed Vessel of Hatred.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't anticipate it to end the way it did, and how Lord of Hatred began is crazy. So the story so far in Lord of Hatred is crazy. Is crazy town. It's banana nut muffin on a Sunday morning. But I'm really enjoying that. Been playing Octopath Traveler. I am probably halfway through that game now. I'm just trying to just beeline it through the campaign and just be done with it.
Yeah.
But I think I'm at a point where it's going to snowball down now, where I can do that because where my character's levels are at or whatnot, and I understand the combat system better now, so it should be a little bit better. And then I want to say I started something else, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, and then Rebirth's on the docket. I need to get that finished so I can check that off.
Yeah.
And
You'll have
then
to let me know.
and then whatever else is rolling. But yeah. Good times these ways. I picked up golf. Went golfing for the first time at the Four States thing, and it was a lot of fun. So one of my buddies let me borrow his golf clubs.
Yeah.
And so I would go out to the yard and like kind of work on, my little chip shots, I guess, for like half an hour or whatever, get ate up by mosquitoes, and lots of fun.
Well, do you need a set of golf clubs?
I'm probably getting to the point where I'm ready to purchase.
Okay. Well, I have an extra set of Cobras that I
Okay.
got from Goodwill.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm missing. I think I have a putter. The putter needs to be redone. It's the grip on the putter, or just go buy you a new putter.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I don't know what else I'm missing. But anyway,
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'd be happy to purchase those off of you. That'd be nice.
I'll make them cheap. I think I bought the whole set for $20 plus the bag. So
Nice. All right, we'll have to keep that in mind. All right, the yappening has been happening for a while. I think we're ready to get into our delicious Thanksgiving course of unexpected summer gaming news. What a way to kick off the summer. So, What are we starting with? What? I mean, you're at this freaking buffet table of deliciousness. What are we picking up first?
Yeah, so I think let's just go in order. Let's do we'll start with the PlayStation State of Play, and then
Yeah,
we'll go to Xbox Direct, and then we'll go to Nintendo Direct, and then we'll circle back around to the Summer Game Fest.
perfect.
So let's do PlayStation State of Play.
All right.
I don't know about you, but I didn't see a whole lot on there. The
That one I
three
didn't. Yeah, I'm
There
with
were
you on that
three
one.
major standouts that I think I saw.
Mm-hmm.
First one being, Wolverine, which we've been expecting for a while, but we finally got a release date. So September 15th of this year.
Yes.
So what did you think? What were your opinions on Wolverine?
Wolverine looks incredible. I wasn't sure, like when they had first announced it, I was trying
Hmm.
to picture what the gameplay would be in my head,
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure what to expect because it's Insomniac that's doing this, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah. Same
So I'm
people that
like,
did Spider-Man.
yeah, so like I'm familiar with Insomniac through Uncharted, so I wasn't
Right.
really quite sure what to expect when it came to a more hand-to-hand combat type thing. But after seeing it, like, oh my gosh, I am so excited for this freaking game. It's ridiculous, and I haven't played their iteration of Spider-Man or Spider-Man Miles Morales or Spider-Man 2, but I'm
You should.
very yeah, and I'm now that this makes me want to go back and play through that trilogy of games, and I'm just very excited. Now, through the initial reveal, like the gameplay reveal and stuff, like I'll admit I'm a wuss. It's very bloody. Like it's
Yeah.
super bloody. So when they said that you had the option of, kind of toning, like turning some of that down,
Yeah.
I was happy about that. But other than that, like, oh my gosh, it just looks really cool. What were your impressions of that?
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I understand that is effectively what what Wolverine is. It's
Yeah.
just this bloody maniac who goes on a killing spree. I get that. But at the same time, like, it's just a little bit much. It seemed like gore for gore's sake, and I'm not into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the Spider-Man games. If it's similar to the Spider-Man games, it'll be great.
Oh my gosh.
Traversal will be my question because what made Spider-Man really fun was traversal.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see how they do that. Story, I think story will be good. Obviously, combat will be great. I mean, I'm not worried about that. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I do like how they're using or implementing his healing factor into it.
Hmm.
Like you can see his healing happening in real
Yeah.
time, but like his suit maintains that damage and stuff. And he has, in order to, I forget what they said explicitly, but like in order to maintain his healing factor, he has to stay constantly in combat. So there's like this drive to constantly be fighting something. So that's like it's like
Right.
adrenaline all the time. So I don't know. I'm just really excited. I think this might be a day one purchase for me, and possible pre-order. I don't pre-order very many games, but I think this might be one of them. So
We'll see. That's right around marching band. So I don't know.
yeah, curse.
If I do get it, I wouldn't be able to play it for 2 months. So I might just wait until it comes on sale for Black Friday or something.
Very true. Very true. All right, what do we
Anyway.
have next?
Okay, this one was a shock. I was not expecting this, but the new God of War game. Now, there's a lot of animosity towards this if you've seen social media,
Yeah,
but it's Deborah Ann, the girl
Wolf.
from True
Yeah.
Blood,
Mm-hmm.
and she's also a huge D&D nerd. She's a big video game nerd, so
Mm-hmm.
she's playing Faye. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the story of picks up after God of War 2018
Uh-huh.
of where they do a funeral for her and they burn the corpse, and then she goes up to this alternative world, which is the
Every win.
the afterworld for the gods, and there's a war going on for ownership of it. And so I think it'd be cool. It looks really good. It looks comedic. It looks like a God of War game, just with a different mechanic. So I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. I will. Oh, okay. So I've been on a roller coaster of this particular announcement, and I've been thinking a lot about it since it was announced. Initially, I was like, a new God of War game. I was not expecting a new God of War announcement. I wasn't expecting a lot of announcements during this summer Game Fest, but here we are. But anyway, I was like, oh, a new God of War game? That's crazy. Who's this chick? Oh, that's Faye. That's nuts. And so we're getting through it, and I was like, okay, interesting. and I was okay with it. I was good with it, and then the cube came in, and I was like, why do we make decisions that we make sometimes? And I'll be honest, like I hated it. I hated the cube being introduced. I was like, no, not in my God of War. And then the sword talking, I was like, oh my God, why? So that was an immediate letdown for me. However,
Correction, it wasn't the sword that was talking, it was the ribbons.
That makes it worse. But, and so from there I was like, this is bad. But I will say this, it looks really good. The extended preview we got, I really enjoyed.
Yes.
And now that I've had time to think about it, it looks, I'm coming around to it. Like I'm more interested in it now that I've had time to process it and work through my hatred. I don't mind the cube so much now, and the talking ribbons I'm sure I could be fine with. The story is what's interesting to me, and we had discussions in our group chat about the introduction of some of these other gods from these other pantheons, and that's very interesting. And we're not just getting introduced to a one pantheon of gods. We're getting introduced to what is seemingly going to be a whole smorgasbord of them, and they're all in cahoots. And there's like you said, this this fight over this realm, and there's something going on in what is called the Everywind there's something much larger at play here.
Yeah.
And the combat I am very excited about, because this isn't going to be brute strength, let me smash something with my axe type thing. This is going to be more fluid. This is going to be more probably combo intensive and more aerial and acrobatic and ability based probably. And that I'm intrigued by that, because it's completely different from what we're used to with Kratos, So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think the quick time events in this game are going to be really cool. And I'm really interested in the story, because this happens in conjunction with God of War and Ragnarok. Like this is happening parallel to those events. And I love the meme that somebody posted of when at the beginning of 2018, God of War, they light the funeral pyre, and Kratos looks at Loki, and he's like, she's at peace
whoa,
now.
spoilers.
I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm thinking Marvel. That's not his name. Atreus. Okay. He's like, oh, your mother's at peace now. And then immediately she's like thrown into combat.
Right.
the meme is real. I love that. So I'm in like, and I don't know if you've seen this on social, but there's certain things that happen in the gameplay preview that they're trying to sync up with events that happen in the game in either 2018 or in Ragnarok, that they think are happening at the same time, which I find very interesting. So the cohesion there looks really cool. I'm interested in the Everywind. I'm interested in these pantheon of gods. And the question I have, and a lot of people have, is, are we going to see gods that Kratos has slain here? You think we're going to see Thor and, and other people here?
We should.
It's going to be interesting.
Are we going to see Baldur? Is he going to make a return?
I hated that Baldur fight so much. This also makes me interested to go back and play Ragnarok, because I have not played Ragnarok.
Oh, man. So it's funny, because after that, I was talking to Ellen. I was like, okay, what do? Do I finish Rebirth? Do I go finish this? Do I start this game? Because I was like, I can't do anything Game Pass yet because we haven't been paid yet. So what do I do? And so we rolled the dice, and God of War 2018 came on. And I was like, okay, I'll go download it and play it. And so I started playing it. And it's weird. 2018, we weren't parents. And so playing through this game, which apparently every 4 years I've gone back and restarted this game. I look at my save state and it's like 2018, 2022, 2026. I'm like, oh, okay, so every 4 years I get the itch. Okay, cool.
You're nothing if not consistent.
Right. And so I was playing it though, and he was, there's times where you see him approach Atreus, and he's very rough, he's very gruff, but at the same time you can see this internal struggle of he wants to keep him strong, he wants to raise him to be a man, but at the same time he wants to show, that hey, it's okay to struggle, it's okay to fail, it's okay, but he's still struggling with that. So like there's a couple of scenes where he goes to like calm Atreus, and he stops himself from touching him. And contemplates it, and then decides not to.
That parental conflict, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, am I making the right decision? Was I too harsh in my words or my actions? Or like, there's one where he comes in and he's just like, And then he takes like a big old breath and he's like, I told you. And so it's like, oh God, we're going through that right now.
So that's my follow-up question for you. How does it feel playing this game now that you are a parent of a near 2-year-old?
I mean, obviously this is a different state of life that they're dealing with, but man, it hits different. Like at first I was like, man, Kratos is such a jerk. And like, I sided with Atreus so much. And now it's like, I still feel like Kratos is being a jerk. Like it is what it is, but he doesn't know how to, he's learning how to be a parent. And so like, as a new parent myself, like, it's like, well, I get that. I get having to, you're learning how to become a parent. You're learning how to handle these situations, and it's not easy. So it's very interesting.
Very interesting to have that different perspective on it. You know, so for new parents that are gamers, would you recommend them to go and play this game, even if they haven't played it before?
I mean, yeah. Well, anybody I recommend go and play it. I mean, it's God of War, but it's not like old school God of War. It's really good. Like, it doesn't suck. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's great. I think, going through now, I've already jumped off the bandwagon because I jumped onto something else, but
Sure.
I made it through Alfheim, and so about this point is where I've kind of burnt out on it. And I was like, I don't want to go play this again.
Yeah.
I don't want to put the 100 hours into this game or 30 hours that I would need to put into the campaign.
Sure.
Plus, I will say, doing a new game plus, like, I've already maxed out all my stuff. Everything's already, there's no point in,
It's lost the luster.
I'm an explorer. I like to go find all the treasure chests, solve all the puzzles. Once you've solved them, there's no perk. You get the same materials or more money to do nothing. I've already crafted everything. I already have my max gear. There's no point in crafting anymore. Right. So
interesting. I may have to sharpen my Leviathan blade and go and give it another swing later.
Well,
down the road.
You can't sharpen it because you've already sharpened it to the point that it's New Game Plus.
Oh, okay, that's fair. All right, fine. Maybe I'll go and end Asgard or something and go start Ragnarok. I don't know. We'll see.
You should. Yeah. Although, be prepared. You don't get to carry any of your max level gear over.
Then what is all this for?
I know. Why make a sequel if you can't bring your max level gear into that sequel? I don't get it.
Why don't you get on the Final Fantasy remake train?
My God. Speaking of, never mind. Okay, let's go ahead and move on.
Moving
so the next
on.
game is the new Stellar Blade. Now, did you play the first one?
I have not. I've heard a lot of great things. I haven't convinced myself to play it.
I've only played the demo, but it looks like a lot of fun. It was a big hack and slash kind of thing, so with some exploration elements. So, I mean, am I going to pay for it? No. So, since Xbox doesn't have it on Game Pass, I'm waiting for it to be either like $5 or free.
Yeah.
But they have it you can get the PC demo or you can get the PS5 demo. But as far as, an action RPG, well, this is not an RPG, just an action game is concerned, it's really good. There's a little bit of excessive visuals to it.
That's the most professional way to place that. I love it.
And so, I mean, you kind of have to take that for what it is and just be careful who's in the room with you or what outfit you choose. As soon as you get the teddy bear outfit, you need to make sure you have the teddy bear outfit equipped the entire shit.
Fair enough. So, anything else stick out to you on the state of play? That's one I didn't get to watch all the way through. We were doing something, but I did catch the big announcements from there, and I think these three were probably the biggest ones.
Yeah, I mean that pretty much summed it up.
Yeah.
So,
moving on to the Xbox Direct.
Yeah.
So, since the first thing on our discussion list is this new green Xbox that's trying to, ride off the coattails of what Nintendo 64 did first and best, might I add. The new CEO of Xbox. Do we like her? It seems like she's doing good, and it seems like she has, really good goals for the company moving forward. To be fair, it's really cool that the people who attended this Xbox presentation all got one of these Xboxes. Like, that's pretty dope. Yeah, did you not read that?
No.
Everybody who was in attendance at the Xbox Direct got the new green Xbox because that's what the CEO wanted to do.
Well, so if I balance that out, let's see, a plane ticket probably would have costed about $600
Probably.
for round trip. Plus the ticket is probably anywhere from free to a couple $100. So it probably would have been $1,000 to go to this Xbox Direct at minimum.
Not including hotel stay and food.
Right. So would it have been worth it? No. At the same time, dang it.
Right? This is what we get.
So
what do you think about the new green Xbox?
it does not match my aesthetic at all, but I want it.
It can be the outlier.
Of course, I never had the transparent one. I always had the black one.
Yeah.
So like my original Xbox was the old black brick.
Mm-hmm.
So
when my brother got the OG Xbox, it was the black one. When I bought my 360 Elite, I got the black one. But I mean, I don't really care about the showy console stuff. I'm pretty basic. All black, except for my PS5, which is white. But I mean, I'm just not for the showy stuff. Even when Nintendo 64 had that period where they were selling different transparent consoles and like the handheld stuff did that for a little while, I didn't get any of that. Like it was the OG gray one, like the release version of that. So.
Okay, so here's the discussion I was having. Number one, it's an anniversary edition, so that's already cool.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I don't have a Series X.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I'm going to stay on this Xbox path, if I don't put them on my PC, then I would want to put it on an Xbox. And since we just have the Series S's, I feel like I'm lacking. So I guess it just depends on what games are coming out and how much do I need a higher end version.
Right.
So I mean, and it looks like Fable or any of these other high-end, high-fidelity games, are they going to run very well on the S, or do I need to put them on the PC?
The X, or the PC,
yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, could potentially sell both of because me and Ellen both have an S. I could potentially sell both of those and maybe come up with half the amount of money for it, but, I mean, it's not like we're going to be playing our S's at the same time, so...
Yeah.
Anyway. Thoughts to consider.
Yeah.
Or do I just go buy the white one that matches my aesthetic and then
Yeah. I mean, I don't have these internal struggles. I think it is cool that that's a thing that exists and that it is a anniversary edition, like you said. I think they had the opportunity to replicate the old Duke controller and really make it an anniversary edition type thing, but then, whatever. Not, like I said, not for me. When we eventually, on down the road, when we get the Series X for Nicole or for the house or whatever, then probably just stick to the white or the black.
Yeah.
But there it is. So speaking...
Or when they come out with the Halo version, let's get that. Because I did that when the 360 came out with the Halo version.
Ooh, and that was a nice one, too. Ooh, Halo. So, Fable.
Yep.
Pushed back
Fable.
to 2027.
I'm pretty sure I said that was going to happen.
I'm pretty sure you did, too. Are we still excited about Fable?
Yeah. Did you see the extended 30-minute gameplay trailer?
No, I need to go and watch it. How was it? Were you impressed? Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean... pretty well, you can own whatever you want to do. You can buy all the houses. You control the rent. You control how little or how much they pay, how happy they are. You can marry any of the people in there. You can also hire them to do one of like 120 different corporation businesses. And so like there's a lot to this game. And so I think this game is going to be bigger than we expect it to be. And you could spend hundreds of hours not even doing the main quest. You could spend hundreds of hours just developing your people. It's basically a Sims manager. So, no, it looks great. The combat looks great. The gameplay looks great. The more I look at it, the more I remember, yes, this is Fable.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, some of the demo stuff, or some of the stuff that they were showing, I was kind of like, yes, there are Fable elements, but it kind of loses its Fableness. But it looked like most of that was cinematic work. And so the gameplay that they were showing on this, I was like, okay, that's Fable. So
Well, I have famously never touched a Fable game, so if this continues to look good, I think I'll jump into Fable when it releases next year. Hopefully, there's no more delays on it. Hopefully, this time that they need will further polish it up, and But it looks great. I'll have to go back and watch that presentation though. Really get a look at it. I'm really interested. Like I remember the preview stuff they did before the direct, and it just looked really cool. So I'm all aboard that.
Well, if you find yourself with some time and you want to jump into a Fable game, I would probably jump into the anniversary edition of the first game. Number one, it's a shorter game, but number two, you get the idea of Fable without having to do all the extra stuff. In Fable 2 and Fable 3, there's a lot more manager aspect of it, and so it's a much more daunting game, whereas Fable 1 is you're either a magician, you're a swords person, or you're an archer, and those are your three options. And then like the demon door, they showed the demon door in the direct. What is that? What is the purpose of a demon door? So like you get that information from playing the first game. And honestly, within the first 5 to 10 hours, you would have it. So if you just put 5 to 10 hours into that game, you would be like, okay, I understand what this game is.
Interesting. Okay. I may have to go and tinker around with that and give it a look-see. But it looks like everything I could want in a game. So, I mean, I don't think I would be disappointed. We have Gears of War E-Day up here. I have a spotty relationship with Gears of War. I really enjoyed playing the first one, and I've played a lot of multiplayer on 2 and 3. I've never really played through any of the campaigns, but the story of it and the action of it, the run and gun cover play is really, really cool. So what did we think about E-Day?
I loved the first 3 Gears of War. After that, I fell off and I just didn't really care to get back into it. I tried playing 5 and it just wasn't the same game anymore. So, I mean, with the original characters, I'm interested in it. Obviously, since it is an Xbox exclusive and you get it with Game Pass, I'll probably try it, but I don't know that I'm going to play it and finish it. Of course, every time that I played it, I always played it co-op with another person and we just streamlined it in one night.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be challenging for multiple reasons, but I don't know that that's an option. So that kind of takes the fun out of it too. I don't know that I would want to play it by myself.
Yeah. So this is a prequel to the first one, right? This is Emergence Day. And I remember reading snippets of certain interviews and how they were trying to stay very, very, loyal to the canon that's already been set up and all that. And it's supposed to have the longest campaign out of the series so far. So I don't know. I'll have to see more of it to see if I would be interested enough to actually play it. But I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent to it. I'm not in love with it, because I've never, really got into it. But I don't hate it. I've really enjoyed what I have played of this particular game. So, or this particular series, I should say. So.
Yeah.
I don't remember. If it is, it's probably a fall release. I don't remember. So,
October 6th.
This fall is going to be nasty, dude. Nasty. Clockwork Revolution.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with this.
Okay. So this looked like Dishonored. Honestly, when we first looked at it, Ellen was like, is this a new BioShock game? Because it looks like that kind of play style. It looks kind of very, it's very steampunk. It's very cartoony kind of, but it looks really cool. The gameplay mechanics I'll be interested in. Looks kind of like you can go several different ways. You can do a run up and gun, or you can do melee focused, or you can do sneaky, or you can just power through with whatever power that you have, magic or whatever it is. It also looks like there's some kind of time manipulation mechanic to it. So, but this is the other exclusive, Xbox exclusive. So I'm very interested in this game. This one, I don't know if I'm going to love or not, but it looks like it would be in that realm. Kind of a Outer Worlds-ish kind of game. So.
Interesting. I'll have to look more into that because I'm not familiar. At least I don't remember much about it. We have Vivarian.
I think if you saw it, you would remember it.
Okay. Vivarian we have next on our list. This, just reading the description here, it sounds like something that would be absolutely up your aisle or your up your alley with the Ghibli-like style.
Yep. So did you see this one?
I did not see this one.
Well, go look it up real quick. I mean, if nothing else, at least look at pictures. So this looks like a Majora's Mask. It has a time in the top right-hand corner. And the premise of this, like, first off, the art style is very Ghibli Studios. It's very early 90s anime. And so you're going around, you meet this fish dude, very Ghibli, and then you kind of doing these things, and then it ends where you're actually in a terrarium. And so it looks like there's some kind of loop mechanic to it. It doesn't show that in the preview, but judging off of the clock in the top right-hand corner, it looks like there's some kind of loop to this that you have to break free from the loop. Very Majora's Mask. And one of the things that the character says is, have you noticed the forest lately? It has been changing little by little. So it's like, I wonder what this game is going to be like. Is this a puzzle game? Is this a almost a roguelite where you have to go do tasks in a certain order, and then you have to make them done before the next day, and it repeats that day over and over again? I don't know. So it'll be interesting.
This looks really interesting. It looks really cool. I'm really digging the art style of it. It is very Ghibli-like. It's like I'm playing it like an anime in real time.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Again, Game Pass game, I'll absolutely play it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a paid game, I'm not going to touch it. So
Sure. I might have to check this one out too. It does look really interesting. Cool. Castlevania, Belmont's Curse. Wasn't expecting a new Castlevania announcement.
Yeah, I knew that you and Jay are kind of into the Castlevania franchise. I liked the Netflix series, and I like the lore, but I'm not a roguelike player, so.
The Castlevania series is on my backlog of things to play. I really do enjoy it. I remember very vividly playing Lords of Shadow on 360, and my God, what a great game, and a really fantastic story and good combat and things like that. So I'm absolutely interested in the Castlevania series. This looks really cool. I do like the art style of that, and I do like the Metroidvania of it all and all that stuff. So this will be a really cool one to play. I need to go back and kind of play through some other ones, but yeah, it looks great. I mean, it's Castlevania. It's really hard to mess those games up, especially if you're the same studio that keeps making them. The next one I was not expecting at all. There was rumors of it, but I was like, no. But yeah. Crazy Taxi's coming back.
I think that is hilarious. Will I play it? No, but it is hilarious.
That's incredible. Crazy Taxi looks like fun. It just looks like dumb fun, wind down fun. So I'm excited about that. I don't remember playing the original. I'm sure I have, but I just don't. It's not coming back up in my mind palace. But this looks like silly fun. So.
It is anxiety inducing. Like, hurry up, you got 30 seconds to get 14 miles down the road. Or even worse was the gameplay mechanic of, like, I'm in the circle. Why are you still counting down? Why is this not complete? Oh, because I wasn't facing the correct way, or I wasn't exactly in the center of the circle. Like, it was just like, oh my God.
Skill check.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I mean that's wild to see in the year of our Lord 2026 a new Crazy Taxi game.
Yeah.
Senua, and I'm gonna let you speak about Senua because I've never played the other two before this because I refuse to. It looks stupid. The gameplay from the first two looks stupid. It's basically a walking simulator, and it's just not interesting to me.
So this is one of those games. Number one, it's a scary game, so I played like maybe an hour of it, and I was like, nope.
Perfect. Another reason for me to hate it.
So, but I did watch somebody play it because I was just very interested in the storyline of it. And so the premise is that this is obviously pre-medical, like this is very medieval times-ish. And so they didn't know what schizophrenia was. And so all these voices are happening inside your head and you're thinking they're demons or they're whatever. And so Senua's mother had the same disease. Well, they didn't know how to treat it, so, she's just crazy and they run her off, they kill her, whatever it is.
Sure.
Okay, well, she has the same disease. She's schizophrenic. And so she's seeing these things are happening to her, but are they really happening, or is it her disease that's causing these things to happen? And so it's very interesting, and there's some action elements to it, but definitely not enough. But the lore of it was really cool. This one, however, is completely different. It's not part of the Hellblade series. So this is a Senua game, but how does it fit in lore-wise? How does it fit in Or is this just more action focused game? I don't know. Anyway, is it a major title? Yes. Is it going to be something that people are wanting? Probably not. So I don't know.
I mean, wish it all the success. Maybe this is something that can attract more people into playing it, and maybe that's their gateway into checking out the Hellblade saga. But especially with it being spooky, this one's just not for me.
I'll watch it, but I'm not going to play it.
Right. So, Plague Tales.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, is this a new entry in a series? Isn't there already a Plague Tale game?
So this is what was weird is I was watching this, and then when it popped up as saying Plague Tales, I was like, this is not a Plague Tales game. When I think Plague Tales, I think you're walking and sneaking around, you're trying not to get caught, and there are a river of rats constantly flooding towards you.
Yeah.
Literally plague. And this game had a lot more action combat stuff. It had a lot more interaction, and I didn't see a single rat, so I was like, how is this a Plague Tales game?
All the rats are gone.
Right?
Different plague.
So anyway, I was like, is this really a Plague Tales game? So anyway, it looks cool. I'm going to play it.
Okay.
And as soon as I see a single rat, I'm gone.
No, but respect. I mean, I don't need rats in my games. It's enough I have to murder rats in Diablo 4 right now. That's gross. And rat men. So, I mean, there you go.
Well, and they have the Rat King too.
Yeah, the Rat King, yeah. The rat blobs that when they explode, they put out little baby rats. That's just
rat pimples.
Yeah. Come on. That's fine. Let's do a quick community check. So chat and audience, we've been through the Sony State of Play so far in the Xbox Direct. We're about halfway through our topic for tonight. What do you think about what has been announced at the Sony State of Play in the Xbox Direct? And what games are you looking forward to? Which ones are a complete turnoff for you? Which ones are you going to skip? Which ones were you expecting to hear? Of course, we're going to touch upon that later, but drop your opinions and your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about our takes? Are we just out of left field on some of these? Or are we just completely out of line? Let us know as we truck along here now. Arguably, what I would feel like was the most surprising presentation would be the Nintendo Direct.
When you say surprising, okay, well, let's go ahead and get the monkey out of the room here. So we had already discussed the Ocarina of Time remake.
Mm-hmm.
Question was, did you feel like it lived up to the hype?
Yes, and I will put an asterisk next to that because I've read the discourse on this, and for some, and I still don't understand it. People had a lot of problems with this Direct, and I just don't get it. Like, I understand we live in a world now, and it's more popularized now, where we're in leak culture and spoiler culture and things like that, and it's one of those things where you can make yourself privy to it or you can avoid it. There's really no in between. Sometimes I guess you can't really avoid it. You hear things, but it's just it's a rumor, right? You got to treat it with a big grain of salt. But then and this is born out of my opinion of what comes out of Marvel rumors and spoilers and things like that, leaks and of that nature. But when leaks and these rumors start popping out and coming out of the woodwork before they're officially announced, we start speculating about things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we really get involved in discussion. Okay, well, I'm hearing that this is going to happen and blah, blah, blah. And they really need to do this, and this, and this. But I'm hearing that they're going to do this and this. And I don't want them to do that. They need to do this. Don't be stupid and, whatever. And then once the established rumor of the Ocarina of Time remake happening, I felt like some people in the community really built it up in their head that when they reveal this, they're going to show us a lot. Like, they don't really have a choice because the rumors are out there, right? And so I think a lot of the negative opinions toward what they showed us, and we only got this minute-long, cinematic, and just seeing Link lay in the bed. For me, because I am privy to the spoiler culture, I am privy to the leaks and the rumors and stuff. I actively follow those things in Marvel and with some game stuff. I'm active in that space, but I am able to separate out, okay, this is what leaks are and these are what the rumors are and whatever, but I don't let that taint what is presented to me, if that makes sense. So I thought the minute and 20-second long little teaser and confirmation that we got of this remake happening was exactly what I needed. That's all I wanted. That's all I need. I don't need to see gameplay. I just know that this is a thing and that it's coming this year, and I am hyped. Say no more.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I will say, I do wish there was more, just so I could see, like, okay, is this a 1-for-1 remake, or is this a Final Fantasy remake? Is this hey, we're going to take aspects of this game and completely rebuild it, or are we just high fidelity new glue? So what they showed us was, hey, here's all the visuals that we can do. And then they said, oh, by the way, here's the opening sequence or the opening scene of Link.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, I said, okay, don't let this be Breath of the Wild. Don't let this be Breath of the Wild. Don't let this be Breath of the Wild. Because I don't want an open world game. I want Ocarina of Time. I don't want breakable weapons. I don't want any of that mess. I want to go hunt down my slingshot, and I want to go fight in the Deku Tree. I want to go do those things. I don't want to have to go hunt for a shrine to give me some magnetic power. That's not what I want. I want Ocarina
change
of Time.
the DNA.
Right.
Expand upon the DNA. Don't change the DNA.
You can add more to it. That's fine. But don't take away what was already there from the game that I know and love.
Exactly.
So it was enough for me to go, cool, this is not Breath of the Wild because it's not the same art style. So for me, I go, okay, I can relax a little bit. At the same time, I'm still anxious about, okay, what is this?
Exactly. So, but I think that's all they needed to accomplish, because they know that you're going to keep up with this. They know you're looking forward to the next direct, because they will have a dedicated direct for this game. No question. And I think that like our fear of it turning into Breath of the Wild 3.5 or whatever, I think we can comfortably lay those to rest. I don't think that's what this is going to be. This is going to be the game that we grew up with. It's going to have a little bit more polished mechanics, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to have an expansion on this world a little bit. Like, we're going to get a little bit more fleshed out in the story, and while still we're not changing it, right? We're just going to expand it some more. We're not going to change the core gameplay of it. You're still going to go fight in the Deku Tree. You're still going to go, look for your slingshot. You're still going to have to suffer through God's worst temple, the Water Temple. And, you're going to have all those things, but I think it's going to be more fleshed out. I think it's going to be grown, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there might be some interesting things. And I saw this earlier today, and I didn't notice it until they pointed it out. There's something different in the logo. Did you notice that?
Are you talking about the deteriorized? Hold on, I want to see if I can find it.
For you audio listeners, I know this is riveting radio, but I think this is an important detail. And of course, if you noticed it right away, for those of you listening or watching, drop it in the comment. Did that shock you? Does that mean anything to you? Do you just think it's a giant nothing burger? Are you looking at the new title screen or the new logo?
Mm-hmm.
So look at the new logo, and then if it doesn't jump out to you, look at the N64 logo.
I mean, the only difference that I can see is the trademark symbol.
Look at the shields.
They look identical.
The shields are different.
The Triforce isn't on the new one.
Do you know where the shield on the new logo, do you know where that shield first appeared? And it's in a different entry in the series. It's the shield from Skyward Sword. It's the same shield design.
Okay.
I wonder if surely that was done on purpose, but I wonder if it's something or if it's a nothing burger.
I think it's a nothing burger. I think they probably just did it to make it more. Yeah, I think it's a nothing burger.
I'm going to be interested I'm going to fixate on that little detail and see if anything comes of it in the future. But just something I thought of.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely interesting, but I don't
know. Just a little thought. I thought it was cool. But yes, they already have my money for this. I'm going to buy this game. I grew up on this game, so I'm definitely going to get it. So I'm excited for it, and that's what I needed from them. So, however, that wasn't the most shocking thing that came out of this direct. Out of all presentations, the Nintendo Direct is the last place I thought I would ever see a Kingdom Hearts 4 presentation. So, with it not being, and I know why they did it in retrospect now, because it's simultaneously releasing on the Switch too, on every other when it releases on every other console. Mm-hmm. So, what do we think about the Kingdom Hearts 4 announcement?
Well, we had kind of talked about it. So, I mean, I think we were prepared for an announcement at some point. So when it kind of popped up, it was kind of a weird announcement. It was kind of weird the way they did that. but at the same time, like I knew it was coming at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing it, I was like, okay, cool, awesome. But it wasn't like mind blowing, like, oh my God, I can't believe blah 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 blah.
I'm kind of in the
So
opposite camp. I was pretty disappointed when we finished the state of play that we didn't get anything Kingdom Hearts 4 related. I was like, oh man. Even though that the game director for the game has stated multiple times that everything's on track, we're progressing forward as normal, everything, you know, where we're supposed to be. And then we got to the Xbox Direct, I was like, maybe. And then nothing. And I was like, we're not gonna hear anything this summer. And then we get to Nintendo, I was like, wow, I can't believe this really weird for it to be here. But nonetheless, it is here, and man, it just gets me excited again. Like, I'm very excited for this game. It's the beginning of a new story arc, so I wonder if this is a good jumping on point for newcomers to the series, so they don't have to go play the 15 other titles in the series to kind of understand halfway what's going on. But it looks really good, and that's all I got to say about that. So I'm just hoping that we're not too far away from a release of.
yeah, I'm gonna let you have all that because I still haven't even beat the first one. So
Oh my gosh.
I put several hours into the first one. I piddled into the second one, and I haven't even touched the third one. So.
Yeah, definitely a game series that's very not convoluted, but it gets confusing because it's very lore dependent to kind of understand what's going on. But no, I mean, very excited about that. Of course, I'm going to buy that day one. I'll probably end up pre-ordering that because I just love that series so much. Combat looks great. The cinematics and stuff look great. The enemies look great. So you know, it's a lot of the same thing that makes me interested in the Kingdom Hearts lore anyway. So
Sure.
So, yeah, Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, so I mean, all the directs obviously gave us some great stuff. Now, there's a ton of other releases that they did on all these, but these were the most notable because we were obviously limited on time. So, Summer Game Fest, I mean, there's a couple of announcements and then some extra stuff that we saw. Obviously, this was a 3-hour long thing with an hour and 15 minutes worth of, you know, whatever of releases. So the ones that really struck out for me, number one, the big elephant was the final remake. The third game, the Final Fantasy Revelation. That's the third one of the series. And they gave us enough information to be able to know, okay, so first off, Sid is a playable character. We know that Vincent is a playable character, which he will probably be the one I primarily play.
And his transformation looks amazing.
Right. And so that alone is enough for me to go, okay, cool. Plus, you get to fight all the weapons, so that's good to know. And then I was wondering how they were going to do traversal. I don't know how I feel about this whole parachuting out of the Highwind.
Where are we dropping in, boys?
Right. Literally. So are we going to get a war zone version of this where everybody jumps out of the Highwind? But no, I mean, it looks cool. I'm ready to wrap this game up. I love the visuals of this game. Also, post-game in Final Fantasy VII is you can go back. You made it to the point where you went to the beach and you changed your outfit and you had to go fight. At post-game, you can play the entire game in your new outfits. So you can unlock. You can unlock a few more outfits, like the Golden Saucer outfits. But like you could have, if you wanted to, have Barrett in his sailor outfit for the entire game. Have Cloud in his swim trunks, you know. So that's pretty funny. But the Revelation, I think the most interesting part of Revelation was the job change when you change outfits.
I did this face here when I heard about that. I was like,
yeah, so I mean that's like some classic Final Fantasy-ish right there.
God, and so I'd spoken to this already about Kingdom Hearts 4. I was very disappointed not to hear anything about it at the State of Play. I was also very disappointed when the State of Play wrapped up that we still hadn't gotten anything about the Part 3 remake. And I was like, oh my gosh. So again, this was another entry that was on track with everything. So I was expecting to hear something, if anything at all. And we didn't get it, but they saved it for Summer Game Fest, which I guess makes sense. I am so excited for this, and everything about it just sings to me. And I've just been so in love with this remake trilogy so far that I'm just sign me up, dude. Like I'm gonna be poor by the time this is all by the end of next year. It's just gonna be ridiculous. I'm very, very interested to see how this story concludes with how
Mm-hmm.
things have been going so far. I love the combat and the team, almost like the buddy co-op type thing that you can do with these characters. I love that we're finally getting Sid and Vincent. I think that's going to be amazing to do. The weapons look awesome.
And Wu Tai looks awesome.
Wu Tai looks amazing. I wonder if the weapon fights are going to be similar to how they were in the OG.
I don't know, but if they have that accessibility option from day one, I'm going to turn that on.
The job changes look really cool. And I love that it's not just a simple job change. It's like there's a whole outfit change that comes with it. And I think those look sick. And I think that's going to open up gameplay and accessibility like so much. It's just going to make the combat flow so much better. And they're just, they even said it themselves, they're taking what they've already built and they're just perfecting it. Like Remake was about introducing it, Rebirth was about refining it, now Revelation is about perfecting it. So I'm on board with it. Give me all of it. The traversal, I think this was the best that we could hope for when it comes to traversal. It was either going to be, okay, now we have access to the full map, you can just fast travel wherever you want to go and you have these open areas that you can explore. But I think we got the better end of that deal where we actually get to fly the airship around and go and drop in wherever we want. That's going to keep the exploration, I think, interesting because you can go and find little secret areas. Maybe this is how we might have to deal with how we had to get Knights of the Round in the OG, do all that kind of stuff again. And I don't know. I don't hate it. The dropping in stuff is, that's always silly, but I mean you couldn't, I don't know what else we could have gotten better from that, but I'm very excited. I think this is going to be dope. Yeah, dude, I can't say much more about it. So
yeah, it's exciting to say the least.
Yep.
So anyway, I think that was the biggest thing for me.
Sure.
That's going to be spring 2027. So spring's going to get Fable. They're going to get the movie for Zelda comes out in the spring, and then Final Fantasy comes out in the spring.
Oof, we're gonna be eating good.
Speaking of spring releases, though, the Tomb Raider game also comes out in the spring. Now, they didn't do this one at Game Fest, but I was watching some videos about their engine and how they used generative AI to help them build the tools or to help them build the visuals and stuff like that. So the Legacy of Atlantis comes out February 12th, so that comes out right before the Fable. So you get 11 days of Tomb Raider and then turn around and go play Fable. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about Tomb Raider or not, but we can go ahead and move on if you want.
I don't really have much to add to the topic. Tomb Raider is what Tomb Raider has always been. I'm sure it's going to be interesting. It looks very interesting. Will I play it? If it gets onto Game Pass somehow, I'll probably boot it up. Not probably one I would buy, but I mean, it looks interesting enough as it is. So we can truck along.
All right. So Star Wars Zero Company. How did you feel about this game?
Looks interesting.
They had me. I was hooked on it, and then I saw that it was an RTS, and I go, oh, man.
That's what made it interesting to me, is it being an RTS. Like, I was like, ooh, what does a Star Wars RTS game look like?
Yeah, I think I'm just burnt out on RTSs. I played Final Fantasy Tactics back in the day. And then I played some Mario Rabbids, or there's some other RTS games that we played throughout the years. And I think I've just kind of lost the desire to jump on those.
Sure.
So for me, I'm probably not going to jump in, but I was really excited about Zero Company. It looks gorgeous.
It does.
I mean, obviously,
really does.
Lore-wise, I would love to know what's going on, but I'm not going to dedicate the time to play it. So
Star Wars, I would say, has been doing really, really good with game releases. Like, a lot of their games here in the last little while have just been really good.
Yeah.
Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, and then they're working on the third one for that as well. And this looks cool. And then you have the Pod Racer one, I think is what it is, or not the Pod Racer one.
Yeah. No, but they got the Pod Racer. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So
that one also looks gorgeous. That's the game I've always wanted for Pod Racer.
Yeah, so I definitely want to try the Pod Racer game. That looks really cool. But yeah, so I mean, good for Star Wars. I'm sure this will be another hit. So yeah. And then another shocker for me was The Last Ronin. We're getting a video game adaptation of The Last Ronin. That's incredible.
Yep. I think it's really cool. This alternate reality where there's only one surviving Ninja Turtle and he goes on this revenge mission. I didn't realize that it was a book.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes me want to go read the book and go kind of check out the lore for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it looks cool. I like the premise of it. I think it's an awesome concept. So we'll just see kind of how it goes mechanics wise.
I think that they have something that is. I think that game is going to be pretty special whenever it does release. I think that's going to be really cool. And then we have one more that stood out, and I'm not familiar with this series. I never played it. I've heard of it, so I'm gonna let you have the reins on this one.
So, obviously the big one. We knew this was coming. We just didn't know anything about it, and definitely for it to be surprised here was really cool. But The Wolf Among Us 2, if you've played any Telltale game, it's exactly what it sounds like. Basically, they have the script. You make choices. The characters remember those choices, and based on your decisions, it goes to different endings. Stuff like that. But this was a really good game. Early 2020s. I want to say I played it. Oh, no. It was older than that because I played it in the old house upstairs when we had the big entertainment room. So this would have been 2016 when I played that.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
So, but this was a really great game. And then Telltale we knew it was coming. Telltale said they were working on it, but to finally get some information about it, I'm excited about this. Of course, I love the Telltale series.
Sweet.
Every game I've played from the Telltale series that I could play. Mainly the free ones. I'm not paying for the games. I'm too cheap. I think the only Telltale game I did pay for was the Borderlands one.
Yeah. Well, Telltale has a very strong history of just making really solid video games, so I imagine that this won't be any different, and that with it being a sequel to a highly, highly praised and loved game already, I'm sure it's
yeah. So I'm excited for it. Obviously the games that we've talked about today were going to be great. So
yeah, absolutely.
If this is all happening within the next year, then I'm like you. I'm already broke.
Yeah, it's going to be this is the next 12 months in pop culture is just going to be so good. Video games and nerdy movies and stuff. It's just, it's a great time to be a nerd. I will say that. I do want to toss it. I know we're getting ready to wrap up, but there's two honorable mentions that I would be remiss without bringing up. One of them is a spooky game that I won't play, but I'm excited to watch people play is Until Dawn 2.
Yeah. Okay. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one where they went to the like abandoned area.
Like this island or whatever. It focuses on a group of people who have those searching for ghosts show or whatever, but it's complete crap or whatever, but they get sent to this island and then shenanigans ensue. So yeah, I'll never play it, but I am excited to watch people play it because they're the jump scares and things. And there was another one. It left me. Control Remnant. Resonant. Control Resonant. That looks dope.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm kind of on the same fence with that. I didn't get into the Control game, but
I didn't either.
I'm glad it exists, but I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah,
it's too
exactly.
spooky for me.
Yeah. So anyway, those are the honorable mentions there. But community, of course, we got to open this up to discussion because there's a ton of games that were announced outside of the ones that we covered today. But what are you most excited for? How did you feel about our opinions on things that we discussed today? What are your thoughts? What are you looking most forward to? Drop them in the comments below or send them an email. We might read them out on our next recording and see where we're at. Man, we've been yapping for a while. This was a very beefy episode. I told you, this was the Thanksgiving buffet of nerdy content today, and I'm happy we had it.
Yeah, that was great. So let's go ahead and wrap it up so we don't get too far on time. So thanks for hanging out with us on today's episode of Gaming Daddies. Don't forget you can catch the audio version of the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want the full video version, head over to youtube.com/gamingdaddies and join the fun. If you'd like to support the show and help us take it to the next level, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/gamingdaddies. Big shout out to our amazing supporters, Sean Donahue and Clay Taylor. You keep us going. Without you, we could not do this. So until next time, this has been Gaming Daddies, and we'll see you in the game.